Make no mistake, if this creature was doing what she is doing in my country, she would get shot by firing squad. However, in the West, things are done a little bit differently. She is essentially just using the internet to her advantage. And why shouldn't she? Now, am I saying that she is in the right by using 14-year-old horny boys to get money? A lot of money? No, I'm not saying that. She is clearly in the wrong for this, and there is essentially no excuse. The problem arrives when you ask yourself, what are the parents doing of these children that are paying her money to see her ludes? What is this? Boris, what are ludes? Do you understand this language? What does that mean? Oh, you don't know? Oh, okay. Alright, never mind. After a few hours of searching, I have found out what ludes mean. And, why? Why? Just... And I thought my country has a problem. When you go to this creature's Patreon, you are greeted by this message. And as we all know, people who use the internet often, this is something that is foolproof and always works. Just always. There isn't one instant in the history of the internet when something like this didn't work. But then you confirm that you are 18 and older and you see this number. Mój Boże, what the hell is this? Even if every single one of these people that are donators, 2,481 of them, even if all of them donated just $1, that means that she is making close to $2,500 a month. But we all know that that isn't the truth, right? We are aware that there is many ranks of... It's essentially horniness rank, right? It's essentially you donate more, you are more horny. You even have access to her private premium Snapchat at $50. And you know that many of these donators are donating $50. $50 to look at a pole. This is a literal pole with a pink wig. Brate, želim da umrem. Anyway, as wrong as this is, I think that we should acknowledge the fact that she isn't the only one that is in the wrong because of all of this. I mean, I don't know how things are done in the West, but here parents actually care about their children. And not to mention when money is concerned, we can barely scrape a living. If my mom, when I was 14, if she saw me donating even $1 to a pole with a pink wig, I think that she would report me to our glorious leader Stalin and I would be in a gulag right now. Anyway, let's be serious for a second here. No memes, nothing. I think that honestly parents should control their children a little bit more when it comes to the internet. I mean, let's be fair here. Not everything cannot be controlled. But come on now. If you notice months on end that your card is losing money to something called Patreon, it's a red flag, isn't it? Happening every month. I think you should ask yourself, is my son jerking off to bought nudes from some girl that he will never meet in his entire life? And my God, where did I go wrong with him? Bottom line about this entire fiasco is, it's not only her fault. She is essentially... she is definitely a scumbag that abuses children. Wait, what? She is definitely a scumbag that abuses the fact that there is 15-year-old horny boys on the planet, and yeah, that's not exactly the most great thing that a person can do. We also need to acknowledge the fact that these children's parents need to do more. The problem that I have with this Paul with a pink wig is something that was brought to my attention by my favorite Irish YouTuber.
Hey Katerina, so you're the first person I'm messaging about this. I think after you I'm going to go through and messaging everybody who's been posting status about me, understandably, to clear out these screenshots. I was wondering if you had the time for me to explain them to you. I don't want to make a public thing on my profile because I don't want to draw more light to it. But this issue has become really big now and I do need to address it. To be honest, you stealing nudes and making money off someone else is crappy, and apologizing doesn't mean it's okay. You're rich as fuck, why steal at your own profit? Please explain. I don't think I can support you anymore, but if you still want to share your side of the story, it baffles me why you would do something like this.
2 years ago, Belle was like a Facebook cosplayer or something, and she got contacted by this dude. She was like 17 at the time. She's 19 now. She got contacted by some guy who was like older, obviously a creep, and he basically told her they could make a few $1,000s a month if she helped him steal girls' nudes off of Tumblr and pretend like they were hers and sell them while she was 17. So yeah, here's them, like the screenshots of them planning this. Here's them admitting and acknowledging that she's 17 at the time. She seems a bit hesitant at first, but then it doesn't really take too much to convince her because she apparently wants to go to Venice or some shit.
Ha. Okay, so she was selling nudes, not even her own nudes, if like anybody wants to see that, but other girls' nudes. She was selling them when she was 17. Šta nije u redu sa ovom planetom? You see, this is the real problem. This is when you draw a line and say, okay, she can take advantage of boys that are not being properly watched by their parents on the internet. I am fine with that. Well, I am not, but it's kind of passable, especially because I share the opinion that parents should really closely, or at least closer, monitor their children so stuff like this doesn't happen. But I draw the line when somebody can be so scummy that they literally download nudes off of Tumblr and sell them again to 15-year-old children for money, and it's not even their own nudes. Can somebody explain to me how is this possible? Like, I am truly baffled here. The problem is there isn't much attention to this real problem. Like, my favorite Irish YouTuber was pretty much the only one that was talking about this. Well, him and the lady that works on a website that is definitely not familiar to me. Nope, nah, never been on it. Nope. Stalin would execute me. I have no idea how you found this video, but thank you for watching. Maybe YouTube's algorithm, for all its flaws, would actually benefit me here. If for some reason you find a 22-year-old Slav talking shit on the internet funny, then by all means please subscribe.
Real Slavs, we just having fun, but when it's trouble time, we don't joke around. Real Slavs, heels on the ground, squats. Real Slav sluts have the best butts.
And if you are wondering why this video was recorded on a shitty laptop mic, I live in a third world country and my entire family was imprisoned by the government. I am barely scraping a living and I want to die.